What's up, everyone? Today I wanted to show you the VV Flex, the Force Awakens edition. I just got this in a few days ago. I'm sure a lot of you guys that ordered in the first run should be getting these soon. I think I might be the first one in the States to get mine. And I love it. This is everything that I thought it would be, and maybe a little more. My only experience with a Graflex is the master replica version, which, from what I understand, was pretty accurate, and I do see that it definitely was fairly accurate from what I was told from memory compared to this. And it was my favorite hilt from that series. I think most people, when they think lightsaber, they think Graflex. This is the classic lightsaber, the one that kind of started it all, and it's within Star Wars mythos, it's special and for more reasons than one. So I got it lightly weathered because after all that thing has been through, Mustafar, Bespin City, technically that's all supposed to be the same saber, even though it looks different in almost every movie. I figured there's no way this thing is in pristine condition, even if someone's trying to take care of it. It's gonna be a bit rough, and the weathering on this definitely reflects that. They weathered it in ways that I wasn't expecting. The red button, even the glass eye has a little bit of weathering to it. The inside of the emitter, the bunny ears, the inside of the bunny ears. Like, hold on, let me see if I can show you that. There's grime just. I can't really see it. There's a little bit of grime in there, just everywhere. The pommel, they did such a good job, and Vader's Vault is known for their weathering. When I posted a picture of this on another forum somewhere, I don't remember where, somebody actually thought that I had dug up just a really old replica that hadn't been taken care of or something. That I'm like, no, this is actually new, and it's designed to look that way, and that's kind of a testament to Vader's Vault's wonderful weathering technique. Um, so yeah, out of the box, it has some heft to it. I wouldn't call it heavy so much as hefty. It's definitely not balanced and light and maneuverable the way the regular Vader's Vault sabers are. It's you can People always like to joke that you can fit a Vader's Vault saber inside of most other sabers that are on the market. You probably could with this too. It's comfortable to grip up here, or down here I should say, not so much. I could barely get my hand all the way around that, but definitely better than the um, Master Replica version, which I think would have probably been like a grip like this. It is actually in general smaller than I thought it would be. I knew that the Master Replica version was big. I wasn't sure how big, and to my pleasant surprise, because I was starting to get worried that this was going to be kind of big and unwieldy, but it's more comfortable than I thought. It's still definitely not a primary dueling saber. I wouldn't do any serious dueling with it, but I will bring this out to events for fun, just to basically show it off because it's so awesome. The activation button is here, which is where it was in the Force Awakens movie, even though I think it's usually here, but this is accurate for the Force Awakens, although this is where it's going to be for whatever version you get. The retention screw is the glass eye, which I wasn't sure how I felt about it at first. It definitely keeps the saber more streamlined because it already has so much stuff going on. It's a very busy saber that I didn't want it. I'm glad that it doesn't have an extra hole somewhere to pull out an Allen key in a way, but it's open about that much when you have a blade in, which might be distracting for some. It's just another thing for your hand to get caught on. Can't really notice it that much unless you're looking for it. The aux button is right there, which is probably my favorite placement of an aux button, because I personally, I'm not the greatest, I don't know, I'm not the biggest fan of the way Vader's Vault places their aux buttons. I don't find them to be that comfortable for universally comfortable for all of their sabers. It works on some sabers, like the Fury that I have. It's pretty comfortable on that, but on the Alkalite, it's just, I don't like it at all. So I appreciate that they're keeping, they have a streamlined approach to it, but in my opinion, I think in the future they should maybe look at more ways to mix up where they place this aux button, because on here it's like, so you thumb it on and then you can easily get your thumb over to there and just, or even if you're holding it like this, thumb there and then you have your finger here. It's so much more comfortable than, like, say this was the aux button, and now when you're in although actually on this saber it wouldn't be that bad, But my point is, on some sabers, it's not that comfortable on the placement. I think this feels the most natural, honestly. Just being able to shift your thumb over, basically. Another thing is, and this isn't a Vader's Vault problem, this is just a problem with this particular saber. If you make it 1 inch, because it was designed for a 7/8 blade, and Vader's Vault took the Park's Korriban version and converted it to their standards, added, their guts and internals to it, and made it 1 inch. But when you have a blade in, this is pinched like that, essentially, to hold the blade. Not that big of a deal, kind of looks a little wonky. Someone mentioned that you might be able to shave some pieces in here, and that'll give it room so it stays like this. I'm not going to try that. I'm not going to potentially ruin this. If someone tries it and it works, then I'll look into that, but I'll leave that up to someone else. So yeah, inside, pommel cap comes off just like a standard Vader's Vault saber. And then you have your chassis. Excuse me. Then you have your chassis with your battery and your speaker and all that good stuff. This, I've noticed, the threading on it is a little rough, I feel. Sometimes it seems a little hard to get the threading to line up, and you really have to push in on it. I'm not sure what that's about. These are, from my understanding, again, the Korriban kits, which come from China, so maybe, there's going to be minor things here and there. I'm pretty sure Vivi basically quality checked them and only selected the ones that they felt were of the highest quality, but that was just something I noticed, is that the threads just feel a little rough. Maybe it needs a little oil, because I know the threads on all their other sabers usually have a little bit of grease, which is why they're super smooth. Maybe they forgot to apply it to this one, I'm not sure. Yes, so let's get a blade in this. So this is the other thing that I don't like. You have to pinch this to get the blade in, and the VV blades have the open, unglued film, so you have to be kind of wary of that. It's easy to do it right now because I'm on the table, my desk, and then, open the, so yeah, it's kind of a balancing act, or juggling act, I should say. I could see that being a bit of a pain in the ass with VV blades specifically, because you have to be mindful of not knocking the film out of them. And then once the blade is in, that is how much the retention screw / glass eye goes back in. So let's fire this up. That is Shamim's font, ripped directly from TFA. I switched his boot sound up with boot sound from Lord Blacko's version, because I like his boot sounds better. So yeah, incredibly bright. This is my first blue Sun Crusher saber. I have an RGB blue, which is bright, but definitely not as bright as this. Got your clash on clash. And power down. And then changing again goes to the stock sound font, which is, this first one is just incredibly loud, and I think it actually fits the saber really well. If you don't upgrade a sound font and just keep this one, you wouldn't be unhappy. Very loud, very bright. And then we've got the other two that all Vader's Vaults come with. It's like Light Meat, Gray Meat, and then Imperial Knight. Oh, that was my computer. And then I love this boot sound.
That lightsaber was Luke's and his father's before him, and now it calls to you.
Very loud. That one's from Lord Blacko. I'm not, between Shamim's and his, I'm really not sure which one I like the best. I'm still gonna work on that and try and figure it out, but very bright again, all the way to the tip. he has a very, very bassy ignition that on the speaker kind of comes out a little crunchy. You can kind of hear Ray a little bit, which is cool. And so yeah, very bright, very cool. I love the saber. Definitely, it's making me want a hero even more just to add it to it, because this and the Hero Luke episode 6 are probably my two favorite sabers of all time. I don't remember if I showed you, but you can see the kind of crunched together bunny ears, and then blade just comes out. Set that aside. And yeah, close it up. Actually, I'll be right back. Let me get you guys a photon blade, and I can show you that too. Hold on. And we're back. So this is my first time with a photon blade. I've been waiting for this for a while. Seeing pictures of it, it just looks so cool. And I finally got one for myself. So you see it's that kind of acidy rat ghoul, as they say, green. And when you ignite it, it is an intense green. I wasn't, I've heard people talk about it and seen people talk about it, and you've seen videos like this, but it doesn't prepare you for how cool it looks in person. It is a very kind of, I don't know if I would call it a sickly green like some people say. Maybe, I guess. It looks kind of close to what you're seeing here. I think for those who ordered the Hero and got it in blue, you'll be happy. You'll be especially happy in screenshots, when people take pictures of you, because it's going to look like this, and this looks awesome. In person, it's a little, a little neon-y, little acidy, a little zombie-like, as some people say. But I don't think you'll really mind it that much, especially when pictures are coming out looking like this. Yeah, the white kind of gives it a yellow, flash on clash look. And I don't know, green Graflex, this just looks awesome. This is probably, unless I'm going for like an accurate Graflex, how I'm going to run this Graflex with this in it, because it just looks really cool like this. But yeah, guys, so that is the Vader's Vault TFA Graflex. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and for those of you still waiting for it, I hope this kind of helped. Probably didn't help at all, but something, just a little something to see to keep you going while you wait. Thanks, guys.